A very good afternoon to you and welcome to yet another edition of Lunchtime News. We are coming to you live and direct from the News First newsroom here in Colombo. I'm Stephanie Lazarus. Before we head into the news in detail, here's a look at the headlines. Tensions flare up at the Mattala airport as first batch of paddy reaches storage. Supreme Court determines that there is no reasonable or justifiable cause to arrest Iran Alas in the alleged financial fraud at RADA. Former Deputy Minister Sarnagunawardena further remanded. Now stories in detail. The first stock of paddy to be stored in the Mattala International Airport has been transported to the location. Our correspondent said that at present a group of people are protesting the decision to use the Mattala International Airport as a storage facility for paddy. Police personnel have been deployed to the scene. This is the manner in which people protested the first stock of paddy being stored at the Mattala International Airport. Well, still in local news, leader of the House, Lakshman Kirayala, assumed duties today. The event took place at the office of the leader of the House.
Thank you.
Members of the United National Party query as to why we did not form the government as a standalone party. This is what everyone asks us everywhere we go. I tell them that we could have formed a government alone and that we could have also obtained a majority in parliament. But we cannot solve the problems existing in the country as a standalone party. Our country needs a new constitution. The UNP and the SLFP need to unite in order to face international challenges. It is only if they unite can such challenges be successfully faced. We will provide a solution to the conflict existing in the north and east. We also need to speed up the development of the country's economy. It is only if the two main political parties unite within a limited time frame that solutions can be provided for these existing issues. And it is only then that we can hand over our country to future generations.
Now on to one of our headline-making stories. The Supreme Court determined today that there was no reasonable and justifiable cause to arrest the former chairman of RADA, Iran Alas, on the charges of alleged financial fraud at the organization. A three-member bench comprising of Chief Justice K. Sripavan, Rohini Marasinghe and Eva Vanasundara made this determination when the fundamental rights petition was taken up for consideration. The three-member bench of the Supreme Court ordered to maintain the existing status quo until the examination of the fundamental rights petition. A number of individuals, including the Inspector General of Police, the Attorney General, the Director of the Police Special Investigations Unit SP Mevan Silva, have been named as respondents in the case. The Supreme Court decided to consider the petition today following the written submissions presented by the Attorney General's Department. The case would be taken up again on the 19th of October. Iran Alas was represented by President's Counsel Ramesh D. Silva, Attorneys Sugat Caldera and Manjula Fernandopulle, while additional Solicitor General Yasantha Kodegoda represented the Attorney General. Meanwhile, former Deputy Minister Sarana Gunawardena, who was remanded on the charge of assaulting a member of the United National Party, has been returned to remand custody until this Friday. Granting of bail to the former Deputy Minister was rejected by Gampa Chief Magistrate Tikiri K. Jathilaka.
Gunawardena was thus returned to remand custody until the 4th of September. The Prisons Department informed court today that Sarana Gunawardena is currently receiving treatment at the Ragama Teaching Hospital. The magistrate ordered the prison officials to inform court on the 4th of this month the reason as to why the former Deputy Minister was receiving treatment at the Ragama Teaching Hospital instead of the Prisons Hospital.
The 64th anniversary celebrations of the Sri Lanka Freedom Party is set to get underway in Polonnaru today. The senior vice chairman of the Sri Lanka Freedom Party, W.D. J. Senaratne, said that for this year's celebrations, the participation of members representing all electorates in the island are expected. Meanwhile, the special all-night period chanting ceremony to mark the birthday of President Maithripala Sirisena continued until the wee hours of this morning. The period chanting ceremony took place at the sacred grounds of the historical Somavati Chaitya, and details of the the 64th anniversary of the SLFP will be aired later on.
The all-night Pirit chanting ceremony and sermon held to invoke the blessings on the country and President Maithripala Sirisena concluded at around 6:20 this morning. The ceremony was jointly organized by Newsfirst, Sirsa and Shakti. Following the Pirit chanting ceremony, an offering of milk rice took place, which saw the participation of a large crowd, including the Director General of the President's Media Division.
Three suspects charged for theft have been arrested. The suspects are accused of threatening physical harm in order to extort gold jewelry from victims. The police say that one of the three suspects was arrested along with rounds of live ammunition, which was found in their possession. The police say that the suspects were residents of Kurtava and Migahatana. President Maithripala Sirisena paid his last respects to the late Sahan Thevara Peruma this morning. The president visited the house of the late Sahan Thevara Peruma in Mathugama and paid his last respects. Sahan Thevara Peruma was the eldest son of Kalutara district MP Palitha Thevara Peruma. The final day of the Defence Seminar 2015 themed National Security in the context of emerging global threats is currently underway. The Defence Seminar, which was held yesterday too, saw the participation of scholars, intellectuals, policymakers and military leaders drawn from more than 40 countries. Military spokesperson Brigadier Janath Javira said that the Defence Seminar is being conducted for its 5th consecutive year and that participants today will be able to experience special lectures in their relation to this year's theme.
Well, the day 2 of 2015 Defence Seminar in Colombo got underway under the auspices of Commander of the Sri Lanka Army, Major General Krishanta Silva, and in addition, representatives from the Sri Lanka Air Force, Sri Lanka Navy, and several other dignitaries from foreign armies and navies and air forces were present for the sessions this morning. The highlight of the sessions was the addressing humanitarian issues in conflict zones, as well as naval issues, as well as terrorism-related issues that have affected many of the countries. The sessions for the morning concluded a short while ago. However, former Sri Lankan High Commissioner to the UK, Dr. Chris Nonis, is expected to address the gathering later this evening. So from the Defence Seminar 2015, I'm Fazan for Newsfirst.
Ahead, you need to stay close to News First. For that, you simply need to log on to our website www.newsfirst.lk. I'm Stephanie Lazarus. Your latest news update will come your way at 1:55.